So.
Oh.
Broken collarbone. Yep. So.
Did he tell the nice men to not hit him so hard? Because that could probably help him not get injured.
You know, I think he probably said that, but.
Oh, that's right. I need my charging cord thing.
I would much prefer. I mean, it probably could happen. Let's call it Brett Favre.
Yeah, he's not doing
How old's
anything.
he now? Like 45?
Like millions.
You know what's really interesting is like Tony Romo is like an announcer for CBS, right?
I can't decide which broken headset I hate the least.
He's also from Wisconsin. Get him to come back.
Do you think they could switch to just playing flag football instead? Seems safer.
They don't care about people's safety. Those people are toys to the public.
Yeah.
And we need to rise
not
up
me being
against the
jaded,
proletariat. And seize the means of production of football.
What are they even producing?
All right.
Get it?
Entertainment.
Producing a game. All right. Can you put her on YouTube so I can check levels?
It's on YouTube,
YouTube.
god damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
don't
on
you
YouTube.
have to swear.
I'm sorry, I just got
maybe
That's
excited.
just rude. Oh, you were excited. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
As-
glad that you're
as the-
excited.
As the late great Mary Kate Ashley used to say, that's rude. Except for it wasn't her. It was the other one, Jodie.
How wooed.
Sweet. What's her name?
Swinton.
Wanna
All right,
play-
everyone.
Jodie
Silencio,
Swinton.
or what? Everyone, let's do the talking. All right, here's me at my level, Matt.
Hey, it's my level. This is the level with which I speak.
All right, and TJ.
Yes, this is kind of the level that I normally speak when I talk.
All right, cool. Let me check. Okay, that sounds pretty good. The last episode, I was way too quiet. Like
I've
about
shared
6
control
decibels
with you
below.
in case you need to do anything.
Yeah, I think we're good. I'm just gonna listen to us talk now and just see if it sounds off.
Okay, sounds good.
I need this arm to be longer on this.
Your actual physical arms.
No, the microphone thing. It needs to be like here. So. Alright, I think it sounds pretty good, us talking. So, oh man, I need to like get hyped up. I was up way too late last night. TJ, did you invite me to play Destiny last night?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just that notification of you inviting me to play Destiny from like a month ago is always shows up in my little scrolling bar, and I'm like, oh crap, did TJ want to play a game? Was I like online and didn't see it?
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah. So, no. I was busy last night. Lance Emilion was over here.
That's cool. How's Lance doing?
Good. We recorded an episode. It'll be out probably Wednesday, and then I'll put this one out Saturday. So.
All right, hang on. Let me promo this real quick.
All right.
Do you like listening to two people talk? I know I do. Come to what's our podcast network now?
The Born in the 80s network.
Yeah,
LilPodcast.com.
LilPodcast.com.
that's still a thing. Come to
Yes.
borninthE80s.net and listen to the Saturday Night Bitecast.
That's
Starring
right.
John Danger Rowe and Lance Kilcoyne.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't say his last name. It's just the Lance. No, I'm
Oh, yeah,
kidding.
Yeah.
No, he
You don't want people
definitely
figuring out
doesn't
who
care
he
about
is.
that. So,
Lance Hey Now Kilcoyne.
that's right.
Hey now.
We love you, Lance.
Yeah.
I should script promos. I definitely should not. Definitely
Oh,
should
you're
not try to
fine.
wing those.
No, the best ones are all winged. Wanged. The best
Wanged?
ones are wanged.
Yes. Now, how many times do we have to inject it into this episode? Just inject the same promo.
That just inject that wanged promo.
Wanged promo. Wang-a-lang.
About 1,000. So I know I said I'd get a Switch when Mario Odyssey came out, but like I already spent all my money. So I'm gonna have to wait until I have more money.
Man, that's always the way it is.
I bought guitar stuff and then other random stuff like junk food.
Dun-it, 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 dun-it. All right, let's get started. I'm ready. Are you all ready for this?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, 287.
I don't know what number it is.
Oh, Matt, is that might be too quiet?
It is very quiet for me.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Just blast it.
How's this?
Don't just blast it. I can't tell. That seems pretty quiet too, but you don't really blast a lot of music when we're talking, so it's probably fine.
That's the underscore level too. How about this?
Oh, okay. That's much better.
That was crunk. How'd you do it, dog? I'm down here in the his house.
I love it.
The heezy.
You know, the heezy. Anyway. Alright, I'm ready to start. You guys ready? Wait, are we on Twitch yet?
We're on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're showing a picture yet. Oh, we are. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, before we start, I'm going to tweet salad. Inaugural tweet salad. Twitch. Matt Hag. Nate Shot. Let's get to his Twitch channel. I'm a former professional Call of Duty player who's now a full-time YouTuber. Don't you love that Matt Hag, twitch.tv/Matt Hag was taken by not Nate Shot or you, and by someone who's never like streamed anything?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
MattHag.com is some politician, some like local politician.
I always think that's funny. Let me find the old Twitter.
It's been a while since I've searched up myname.com. Oh, I'm curious now. Should we put this in the podcast?
Yep.
Do it.
I've got so many different ways I could spell my name for myname.com. I'm doing it in private window though.
I just collect URLs whenever I think of them, and then forward it to my main music site.
Hashtag Aaron Rodgers. Hashtag horror of Dracula. Hashtag after Trek. Hashtag Broncos.
So which one of you is going to sign up for that CBS All Access thing and give me a login?
Wait, are you freaking kidding me? This TJMay.com with no periods or anything must have been picked up in like the past year. He's been in college from 2013 till now at the Cleveland Institute of Art. And he's got the website tjmay.com.
Should we break his kneecaps?
No, he's just a scrub. He's an art student.
Well,
he's got crap.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah,
welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 287. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my interrupting co-host,
Matt Hag.
TJ May.
We're here for 287. Man.
We are?
Yep, 87
Looks
was,
like we've made it.
That's a good year, 87. I feel like every time we get around the hundo, I'm born in the 80s, every time we get to the 80s, like episode like 1980 through 89, they're like special, you know? Because it's born in the 80s and we're in the 80s.
Yeah.
I've already been born at
last
this
week
point.
Was my special episode,
I know, the
and
week before
I
was
forgot
mine.
to notice it.
And the week before was mine.
Yeah.
So we should have thought of this like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, episode 300 Spectacular coming up in,
Well, yeah,
what is that?
we'll
Probably
have to
right
keep
around
it in
Christmas
mind
time?
for 384.
Yeah, 384. We'll keep it up. So what is that? We got what? How many episodes left until 300? 13, 4.
13.
Oh, man.
Not including the off-brand Hydrox cookies of Saturday Night Bite.
Oh, it'll be January. First week of January. We keep it up, so. And that's not counting the what is it? Saturday Night Bite episodes have gone to the feed now. So that's I'm trying. Let's check iTunes. iTunes reviews that people have been doing for sure, right? Everyone.
Here's a stinger for that.
All right, somebody retweeted my tweet that I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Random ass account.
Definitely not
A lot
a
of crap
bot
followers, too.
because there's no bots on Twitter.
Hey, the Nade Shot guy is currently offline. He's playing Fortnite.
There's only one Matt Hag here. There's only room for
He has like
one.
100. He has almost 1 million followers. On Twitch.
Fuck
You're
that
not.
guy.
You're not the.
Let's
You're
take him
never going to
down.
be the most popular.
I'm gonna take him
Matt Hag.
down.
Matt, I'm sorry. I mean, at least in terms of video gaming.
Yeah. Well, I'll be the
what-
most popular Matt Hag streaming creative, maybe. Eventually.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Now I even forgot what I was going to look up because we just got off on topic so much.
Reviews.
Can we talk about the Star
Reviews.
Wars
Oh, yes,
loot boxes? Because I'm seeing an article about it on Polygon, and it makes me sad.
Actually, I played that. I played the beta. I want to see how many episodes we have in Born in the 80s. Here it is. iTunes Born in the 80s. First thing to come up was our podcast, but of course it's because I'm using personalized search. The number of episodes that we have on iTunes is 299. This is the 300th recorded episode,
Looks like
guys.
we've made it.
Except for it isn't because.
Spartans!
Except for it isn't because the Saturday Night Bite that I recorded last night on Saturday night would be the 300th. If I put that one out, maybe I'll put this one out first then to make it. I will. Sorry, Lance. This is going to be canon 300th episode, recorded out of order. So that's okay. Those aren't technically considered Born in the 80s canon.
No,
So
they're
We have a lot
expanded
of
universe.
non-numbered episodes.
there are a lot of non-numbered episodes. But we did start with episode 0, so this truly is the 300th. I mean, thing we've recorded.
Episode 0 is not one that I'd recommend a new listener to listen to.
I wouldn't listen to that one. Don't start from the
That
start.
one's rough.
It's not good.
It's like it's an acquired
episode
taste
6.
first. You can't
Yeah.
just jump to like the really nice whiskey.
Yes, I think
have
it
to
was
drink the
episode,
crap
episode
whiskey
6 when I
first.
finally got like recording equipment.
Yeah, that
Probably.
tends to help.
I'm trying to think here. Building a suite. No, I had
I still-
recording equipment for 4.
I still think the multi-something is a good one to listen
There
to
it
if
is.
you want to jump into the classics.
Episode 3.
Multi-something is episode 3?
No, episode 3 is the first episode where it says outfitted with the finest new recording equipment. So
Okay.
that is the one where the audio quality gets up better. Still not like perfect, but yeah, Maltese Something's a classic. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I mean, we got 300 episodes. They're all not going to be bangers.
Episode 73, Ben Affleck versus Matt Damon. That one's pretty good.
He's got some faves. 5
If
faves.
you want, there's another not numbered episode from November 1st of 2012. That's the Keegan Michael Key episode.
Oh, wait, what episode number
Come on,
was
name
that?
drop. It's between 69 and 70, but it's an unnumbered episode.
69.
Oh, it says Born in the 80s with Keegan Michael Key.
Mhm.
Wow. Isn't that crazy that I did that?
Yeah, that's weird. This is a weird day.
Isn't that crazy that you did that too, Matt, for the Far Superior show, Running with Scissors?
Oh. Yeah.
I like that show a lot, but you know,
it's just weird.
They
like,
can't all be winners. My favorite show actually was the podcast that Mercury recorded, where he would just talk to people like really seriously and make them cry. That's the
one with his
like.
puppet.
Yeah, it was, but like it was like after he got tired of doing just like the puppet stuff, and like actually having like interviews, and then they got like really deep and serious because, I mean, you know, we're all pretty new to this, and he was like, you know, we're all listening to podcasts, and we all try and emulate our favorites, and I think he was listening a lot more like Mark Maron style, like real deep interview podcast. He was like, all right, I could do that. But no, he found.
This thing actually tells me when I listen to all these episodes too.
Really?
So I actually have a history of dates of when I listen to all this.
Nice. I actually listen to every episode too, but that's because I listen to them when I edit them. So.
Episode 56, Kirk Douglas, Steal of the Draft.
Yes.
I believe was related to the death pool.
Yeah, Kirk Douglas still alive.
Yep. Still alive. It's ridiculous.
I know. I was Steal of the Draft. I guess not.
Yep.
Who else has died in that, though? Do you want to know how old Kirk Douglas is? 100. Soon to be 101.
He'll never die.
December 9th, 1916. And here's the thing. Variety.com had an article on his birthday where he talked to them about working with Stanley Kubrick. Like, this guy is still, like, doing interviews and stuff. Like, fuck, man. What a legend. Anyway, let's not delve too much in the past, and let's look to the future of Star Wars video gaming. Matt, you had mentioned you wanted to talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Yeah, mainly like the loot box shit. Like,
yeah.
It's just super depressing because I want to play Star Wars.
Well, loot boxes are in everything now.
So,
including Forza 7.
Now, you know, I understand the hate for loot boxes, but I want to play devil's advocate for a second, because why not? And
you want to be that guy?
I'll be that guy for a second.
So you're Twitter right now.
I'll be Twitter, but I want to be a little more like head on my shoulders Twitter for a second.
Okay.
So I want to talk about the evolution of progression in video games.
Okay.
I.e., you know, things related to Skinner Box and things not related to Skinner Box.
Sure.
Let's go back to... Let's just throw a random year out there. I think it came out in 1996 or 7, whenever Final Fantasy III came out in the US.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, progression in that game, like typical progression, is based off of you put in time, you know, through grinding, bosses, getting items, whatever. You put in time, and you get paid for your time by making the game easier the more time you put into it.
94.
Correct? 94.
Yes. That's how RPGs work. You
That's
level
how
up,
RPGs work.
you build up.
And then there usually exists some level of equipment or items that aren't impossible to get, but super, super improbable. I'm talking like low-rate drops.
Yeah. I'm going to fight this boss over and over again because he has a chance of dropping the sword.
Exactly. I'm going to fight in this area I'm underleveled for because there's a 1 in 256 chance of this thing dropping. Just from Devil's Advocate, how is that different from loot boxes, other than the fact that you can, if you'd like, replace your time with money? And I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. I'm just saying, how is that different?
Because it's a multiplayer game, so the people that pay are going to have an unfair advantage in multiplayer.
Yeah. Well, not even that. It's that. I mean, that is true, the multiplayer part. But the part that I hate is that it's like you're paying and then paying again. And a part of an argument that I've I've oh good, Lauren's ruining everything. It's okay. No, is that like the way that loot boxes work? And like you said, TJ, you know, you're trying to like grind and do this. Is that the way loot boxes work? Are you're paying to play less of the game? I mean, it's basically what it is. Is that you're like, okay, I'm gonna skip playing the game because I'll pay more money, and then you know what I mean? Like, so how is that a good design thing where you want people to play less of your game? You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't the game just be faster so you don't have to skip ahead by paying for it? Like, it just kind of feels like there's a laziness done with like design now, where it's like, oh, we'll just put loot boxes in. That's how we'll deal with like putting content out, and not like think about the progression and earning rewards should be like metered out correctly. And some games do it well, but some games it's kind of like this is like not good, like, because you have a lot of gameplay tied to the items that you get, you know, like implications.
Implications.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like
It's because of the
if you
implication.
have the items, it plays better. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I get all sides of it, and I watched. I think Jim Sterling had something 2 weeks ago, talking about what was it, the $60 fallacy or whatever he called it. You know, talking about how you know games have now hit this like $60 crux, but games now cost so much more to make.
Yes.
But then games are also more pervasive than they ever were in the past, and even with inflation, like some of the best games of like 1996 cost $80, $90 at launch.
That's
Mario
true.
RPG
They
was
did
not
back
a
then.
cheap game. But you know, that's also. I mean, there are some levels where I both agree with Jim Sterling and agree with the idea of pay for progression, just because there are people who don't have the time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And while, you know, I understand, you know, your thought on it, you know, it should be metered out better because you should want to play the game to get better.
Yeah.
And it should be a progression of skill as opposed to a progression of equipment. I guess it's probably the way to describe it.
Yeah.
You know, equipment and upgrades.
Yeah. I honestly, like, we have someone in the chat here talking about, at least if it's skins and not game-altering things, then go nuts. Like, I totally am cool with that. Like, with
that's like the Blizzard
PlayerUnknown's
method.
Battlegrounds, like, skins, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, that's fine. Loot boxes for skins and cosmetics, I don't really care. They don't affect the game. It's kind of cool when you get something neat, but I don't feel like I'm playing worse because of it. Whereas, like, I'm playing Battlefront, I didn't see this too much, but, you know, you get loot boxes, and the loot boxes include, like, upgrades for your, like, character classes. And, like, you know, you get, you know, loot box that has, like, TIE Fighter shielding armor, and then when you're in the TIE Fighter, you have more armor. And so...
And you can get it up to, like, a
ostensibly
point where your TIE Fighter is taking no damage.
Well, I don't know about no damage, but it's harder to kill you when you have that. Which is just, but is that it's fair, I guess, too, though, because you play the game more, so you get that. But I mean, also you could pay. That's the problem, is that you're in the same pool with people that have paid to make the game easier in multiplayer. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah, just
And it
I
would
feel
still-
like
it would
I'm
still
gonna
be a
suck
problem
enough
if it
trying
was-
to do. I'm gonna suck enough trying to do multiplayer, so I don't need to go in with
Yeah.
a disadvantage as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It would still be a problem if they did like kind of how like the keys mechanic works in things like Rocket League and Overwatch, but they put like modifications behind the lock, because then you now have premium players versus non-premium players.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a whole, you know, that then just begs, you know, the whole freemium mechanic in free-to-play games.
Yeah.
Not just free-to-play like typical games like shooters and whatnot, but also just the mobile
Yeah.
with like multiple currencies. Just dumb.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, Destiny has that with silver, although I think in Bright Ingrams you can still get weapons and armor, correct? But
No, I
it's-
think Bright Englums are just
Just-
mods,
Oh, okay.
mods, shaders, and mod shaders,
Vehicles.
emotes, and vehicles.
Yeah, so stuff that doesn't directly affect gameplay. Okay.
Mods do.
Mods do, but, like, you get a lot of those I don't know. I never felt like I was like, oh, I need to spend money to get some mods. So that one isn't quite as bad as some of the other ones, but the Star Wars one really kind of rubbed me the wrong way because there's like, oh, you get a daily crate. You gotta log in each day to spin the wheel, you know, and it's like,
and that's freaking Candy Crush again. I'm like, really?
Yeah, and
Candy Crush and a lot of those games do that.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 didn't really had loot boxes as well, but they were a lot different because they weren't quite as like gameplay important. I guess you'd get new weapons, but you also could earn them, and it felt like it didn't skip you ahead. Like sometimes you'd get a mod for a weapon you didn't even have unlocked yet. Because I feel like the core weapons you still had to unlock through gameplay, but you could unlock like mods via the loot boxes. So it was kind of like it didn't feel like everyone else had an unfair advantage. You might just have different scope or a different something that you unlocked on a loot box. But I don't know if you could pay for those or not. Maybe. But EA is crazy with the loot boxes.
Some way. Yeah.
Like
and they're probably gonna do it in Need for Speed too.
Yeah.
So that's coming out in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever. The 7th and the 10th of next month.
Yeah, Forza's loot box situation doesn't seem quite as heinous. I think some people really made it out to be like the fucking end of times. If you look at the Windows Store page for the reviews for Forza, let me just look that up. It's got currently 2 stars with 107 reviews. And it is like, oh snap, guys! Oh, we can watch it on what's the damn stupid broadcast thing that they have? What is Microsoft's streaming
Mixer.
Yeah, they got the top streamer on their webpage right now has got 20 viewers on Mixer. So
we should stream this podcast to Mixer.
Yeah, man.
Double our viewership.
Yeah. It's a smaller environment. Like, you know, people pick it up more. Why can't I read the reviews? I'm on the store page and I can see the number, but I was reading them earlier. Aww. All right.
The cats have decided now is a good time to start fighting.
Yeah, well, you know.
What's the website for Mixer? Oh, Mixer.com. Okay.
I don't know.
Because I Bing searched it and it wasn't the first option.
Did they leave out the E? Themselves. I would like to mention that I downloaded this game onto my personal computer, the PC, and Forza Motorsport 7 is 100 gigabytes. It is a very large game.
It
runs
crazy.
Well, on
is
my
that like
computer,
environments?
Yeah, I mean it's a big game. They have like how many cars? Like 700 cars or something. In this
over 700 Forza Vista. Over 700 Forza Vista cars.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of cars you can drive in this game, which is why I like it. It's like you can drive a fucking van around a fucking track and see how that works.
Yeah, but you can't throw a shell at one of the other cars.
No, you can't do that. You can just drive in front of them.
You can't fly.
To you, maybe. Oh, wait. It's got 207 reviews now.
I was about to say, is Mixer only video games?
I think so.
No, there's art that's got 13 viewers currently.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Creative.
Are there Mixer cam girls?
I don't know. I've not dug into it, but there's non Microsoft games on here. Like Super Mario Bros. 3 has 9 viewers right now.
Yeah. I come from like Forza 4 is one of my favorite games. I put like tons of hours in that. I bought the VIP version. I got all the stuff. I put like just unlock lots of cars. It was awesome because it was like you earn money by winning races. Then you could buy cars with that. You could create like art to put on cars and sell it in the marketplace and earn credits in game to buy cars. Like it was pretty cool. Like it kind of had its own little economy and everything that was really neat. And this game just kind of feels like, nah, we're just gonna put loot boxes in for all that stuff instead. And like, oh, you can only buy cars of a certain tier until you buy enough cars. Although to be fair, the like locking of the tiers by getting the I guess the collector's edition or whatever the $100 version of the game was that I got, that I purchased clearly for myself. You get like 6 cars, and they like unlocked me up to like the 4th tier of 6, like just by getting those cars. So it's like, I don't know. It seems like, what's the point of this like system if it just bypasses itself if you're paying? It just feels kind of gross, I guess, like lazy. Reviews are not good. Total disaster. Loot boxes ruin the game for me. Like, it's all the reviews are like this. It just sucks. Why are we doing this? Matt, you've been playing a loot box game. Oh wait, no, I want to talk about Battlefront more before we segue.
Okay.
I played it.
Yeah.
Did you play it?
No.
No, I didn't
The
get
beta?
to
Missed the beta
Neither of you
weekends.
guys?
No.
You missed it? Okay. I was like underwhelmed quite a bit by the fact that it was the same map that they had at like E3 and Naboo. So it was kind of like, all right, well, I've already kind of seen all this gameplay. It would have been nice for it to be something new. The gameplay was good. I cannot play it on the PS4 because I have the rubber banding issue that I had with Battlefield. So I will have to play this game on PC or run a wire to my PS4 because I don't know.
I hate the freaking antenna in the PS4.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
it is.
Yeah, it is, and I don't know what it is about dice games and the way their netcode works, but it can't handle it. Whereas Destiny, all these other games, I don't really have any lag problems in. It's just the dice games, whatever they're using for that engine. So, I don't know. I'm going to get it on PC if I get it. I'm probably not going to buy it. I mean, maybe. So, I had problems because of the lag, and I think that made me dislike the game even more. The combat seemed pretty cool. The best, though, was the star, like, fight levels. Not star fight. Like, space battles that they have. They have, like, a mode for just space battles. You know, like TIE Fighters versus X-Wings. And that was really cool. It looked amazing. The level has you, like, destroying, like, a Star Destroyer base, like, that's docked. And if you're the rebels, you can get in a Y-Wing, you know, like I live my childhood dream of flying like an X-Wing, you know, and it actually, the controls felt really good with the controller. And like one of the things you have to do is fly into like the shipyard. And so you're like flying through like a tunnel in the shipyard, like shooting like interlocks to like decouple the ship. And like, so you're like having these crazy like trench runs and stuff with like other players and TIE Fighters trying to kill you. That felt really good. Other than the fact that because of the rubber banding, my ship would jerk around and sometimes crash into the wall because of the horrible lag. So I was like, man, that would be a lot better if that didn't exist. And the fact that you can earn loot boxes to make your ship harder to kill seems not like a cool way to do your game. Especially with the problems that I had with Battlefield 4. Because in Battlefield 4, they put out like a new map pack every month or every 2 months, and the problem with that was that it completely segmented the community. Is it'd be like there'd be people playing Battlefield 4 and people playing Battlefield 4 and the map packs, and that was a much smaller community of really highly leveled players who had the better items. Not like there was no loot boxes in that, so it wasn't like these people had paid for these things, but they played so damn much of the game that they were the only people playing the new maps that I wanted to play were people that were so good at the game I got murdered instantly when I played it all the time, and it wasn't quite as fun. So I worry that that's going to happen with this game, where it's like, well, people that either play a lot or just want to plop down $30 are going to have an easier time killing me. And I guess war is hell, TJ. That's what I gotta say. So you know what, I gotta deal with it. War is hell.
I kind of just want to play the campaign. So like, if I can just
that's true.
Get a GameFly trial or something just to play through the campaign, then I'd be good.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
true. War is hell. War also is full of shadow. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Matt.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Uh-huh. So I've been playing Shadow of War.
That that was the handoff for Matt. That
I know.
decided. I like.
I just
we
thought, wouldn't it be funny if I
hyped the
pretended to
play.
not get John's handoff? And
I hiked the play.
and I think it was
put my
funny.
hand out with the ball, and Matt just stood
Here's the
there in
ball.
the backfield being like, yeah, there it is, huh? And then I got tackled, and I'm injured.
Yeah,
And I broke
I think
my
it was as
collarbone.
hilarious as I thought it would be. But I've been playing
I think
a
it
video
was.
game the
High
week that
comedy.
it came out
Oh,
because
shit.
I'm a current video game boy, and I'm
Yes.
on top of all the things. So I played for about an hour earlier today, which I
Yeah.
think qualifies me as an expert on reviewing video games, and
Yeah.
it's cool. It's
Well, I mean,
it's
if you're a
cool, and I
YouTuber,
killed
you're not-
orcs.
You're not reviewing games, you know. You're
Yeah.
like,
No,
what,
I'm
what
more
was
like
it that Jim Sterling said? He's not gonna put out reviews anymore. He's gonna do impressions of a game.
yeah. This is like my impression of the game. The game is all like, "Hey, I'm Shadow of War. I'm an orc," and that was a good impression. And
That's what they do. Are they like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm orking here?
hey, well, I
Orc.
installed a mod that turns all of the orcs into New York stereotypes. So
You mean that's
Born
not
in
the
the
way they
80s,
are already?
yeah.
Born in the 80s, episode 287, The Orkin Man.
Hey,
Oh, I'm Orkin here?
Hey, I'm orking here. Yeah.
so far it seems
you wanna
like
get a slice?
exactly the same as
Yep.
Shadow of Mordor, but prettier.
Okay.
So if that's
Yes.
what you're looking for in a game, that's what that is.
TJ, are you going to be able to play this on your PC?
Why would I
Probably
play it on
not.
my PC? They gave me an Xbox code for it. I just haven't downloaded it yet.
Have you seen the screenshots of the ultra low settings of Shadow of
No.
War?
I've not, but
Oh, dude.
is it low enough for me to play?
No, maybe not. But somebody tweeted some images of it, and they were like, "Man, Shadow of War on ultra low looks like a sick ass PS2 game. Like the textures are real low. Like they scaled it really good because I guess they wanted as many people to be able to play this as possible." Yeah, the Ultra
Fine, that's
HD.
overall positive.
The Ultra HD looks insane, FYI. Whereas, Matt, did you get the Ultra HD?
I don't know. Maybe. I know on Steam. So I just bought like the standard one. But
Well, no, I think you can get it. You just
HD
have to buy
was listed
or you
as
just have
free.
to download the texture pack.
Okay. So no, I haven't done that yet, but I will.
Okay, yeah, that texture pack is apparently. Oh God, I don't remember how many gigabytes it is. It's like 100 gigabytes just for the textures because it's in 4K.
Oh jeez. Maybe I
So-
won't then.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it isn't really that big of a deal.
The pretty spider lady that tells me what to do doesn't need to be any prettier. So, especially for 100 gigabytes, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, I love that they made a really low setting though that you can play and still experience the game, even though that's one of the things that's awesome about like World of Warcraft. Like you can play that on an old ass PC. You know, not as much anymore, but like that was, but still, like the whole idea was that way you could get as many people playing it as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Matt, what do you think about the game though? So it's more of the same? Is it good? How
Yeah,
many loot boxes
it's-
have you bought?
I haven't bought any, and I don't think I
didn't buy
know
any.
how to.
Okay. I've heard the loot boxes in that game aren't quite as heinous as
Yeah. Well,
As
it's
they
not
could
like what's in it. It's not like abilities and stuff, is it?
No, I think it's loot. It's like items. Oh, and it's like orcs as well.
Oh, okay.
legendary orcs
Yeah, I haven't
and
gotten
stuff
far enough
that you
into the
can-
game for that to matter.
Yeah. I've heard
I'm just
people
trying to-
say it's
to
bad.
drive the orcs out
People
of
say
Minas
it's not
Tirith
bad. Yeah.
and just guerrilla warfare them, cause like disruptions and lower their morale and just make
Yeah.
life unpleasant for them.
Yeah, you want to make the world bad for orcs
Yeah.
because they're bad.
They're bad and they
you're
should
kind
feel
of bad
bad.
too. A
Well,
little bit.
it's not my fault. My family got murdered, and
That's
then the Bright Lord stole my body
Yeah,
for his mission, and then
his dark mission.
well, I don't know if it was a dark mission. I think the mission.
It's pretty light.
I would have had a different feeling about it if he would have asked consent first. But he was just like, no,
well,
I'm all up in your
consent
business.
is a thing that
We don't need to get into Hollywood.
Wow, I really brought that down. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's bad. The world
you're
is a bad
enjoying it,
place.
right?
Everything's bad. Yes. The magical world inside of my computer is a wonderful place where I kill orcs and save people, and I'm the hero. I am John.
Yeah.
The world outside is a bad, bad place.
Yeah, it's true. It is no good. It's no good, very bad place. Can we talk about something good? Can we talk about something joyful and pure?
I would love that.
Have you ever watched the Nintendo World Championships?
No.
They did one in 2015, correct, TJ? And then
Yes,
Mario Maker was like
I
the
not
big
only
deal.
watched the Nintendo World Championships.
Yep.
I actually did go to one of the events to attempt to participate, where I did the qualifier.
Okay.
And did not get it. It's one of the things that still exists in my streaming archives. Is the some of my attempts of practicing the World Championship stuff before.
Yeah, so can you explain how the World Championship stuff works? So, like, they give you, like, games
First, you need
and
to road
tasks
trip
that you're
across
gonna
the
have to
country
do?
with your special needs brother. And then you fight a boy with
Yes.
a power glove. And then
Yes. You'd see
something
Mario
happens. Yeah, and that's
don't
all I
remember.
really know.
Mario. Yeah. So Nintendo World Championships, at least the modern format, I guess is the way to describe it,
Yep.
because they had an old format, now they have a current one.
Yep.
They had 8 locations that they did qualifiers.
Okay.
Where they ran you through a little, like, I guess, gauntlet of a couple of games, and
That's
it's
not
based
Nintendo.
on.
That's Activision. Gauntlet's Activision.
Gauntlet's Midway.
Heyo.
Oh, Gauntlet's Midway. Sorry.
Gauntlet's Midway.
Wait, but
Come
wasn't
on.
Midway bought by Activision?
Not completely. Properties got bought by individual
Okay.
brands, but
Well, anyway,
anyway, so they
Yep.
ran you through a gauntlet of games, basically a little
Yeah, I've heard
miniature
legends
time
of that
trial. You had
gauntlet.
X number of minutes to go through, and they took a top scorers at each location. I think one top scorer at each location, and flew them out to someplace to do this big Nintendo World Championships event.
yeah.
And then they had this series of Nintendo games that they would play everyone through. Losers of anything went to there was an overworld and an underground segment.
Yep.
If you lost in the top, you're not fully out. You can go down the underworld, then sometimes come back.
Yeah, it's a
and then
double
run through
elimination.
Multiple events.
Yeah. So.
Well, not
but-
truly double elimination, because you win underground and come back up.
Yeah.
Right? Did you come back up, or did you had to get all the way to the underground to get to the end? I forgot how that worked.
Correct. All the way through the underground to get to the end. You just keep
So-
competing, and then the winner of the final underground gets to go back up to the top 2 of the overworld, and those 3 compete. So
Yep.
you can win your way back into the top. But so I guess I could go through the thing. Oh, the question I had was, did you know what games were going to be in the gauntlet of challenges beforehand or not?
Yes, you knew what games were going to challenge. I know that for the 2015 one,
Yeah.
it's exactly the so there's a video game you can get for Wii U and 3DS called NES Remix. And
Yep.
3DS was Ultimate NES Remix.
Yep.
And the 3DS version of it, which you also get the World Championships thing on the Wii U version, so you can practice on there as well.
Yeah, I
But the
have
3DS
that one.
Yeah, the 3DS version of it was the version that they were doing. It was
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers. You had to get 50 coins, and at least
And
through
the-
my practice, the best strategy was to get through the level, die, get a couple more coins, die, get a couple coins, got 50 coins instead of going up to the next level because going to the next level takes too much time.
Yep.
The second thing was getting some number of coins in Super Mario Brothers 3, the first level, and you'll be able to do that in the first level, so it will do it really quickly. And then all of your remaining time was Dr. Mario, and it took your amount of points you had in the first one times 2, the amount of points you had in the second game times 1, and your Dr. Mario points times 10. So guess what you actually cared about?
Dr. Mario.
Speedrun the first 2 games, play Dr. Mario.
Yeah. And so that was like the qualifier.
That was the qualifier. You got one run. One run through of that, and that was it.
Did you watch the 2017 Nintendo World Championships?
I watched probably the last third of it because I was at work for the rest, and I didn't go back and watch the rest of it.
So I watched the full thing. So they just had some people up there that were really bad as well. Like they had the first event.
Were there 16 people again?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
One of them was a celebrity. One of them was a WWE wrestler lady.
8 of them were, I guess, celebrity/influencers.
Yeah, because
so
they
were not people that qualified.
There was a speedrunner. There was, I think, the guy who was a John Numbers probably didn't have to qualify because he won the last one, so he probably just got an invite. Okay, so they did.
He was an influencer last time too, though. He wasn't one of the.
Well, fair enough.
One of the qualifiers.
But they do a mix of qualifiers and like people that are like already have enough clout, I guess. But in this case, it was sometimes people that were so bad that they couldn't even complete the first challenge. It's like, so it's just kind of like, okay. So I was wondering if they didn't know about it ahead of time, and because the first challenge was Zelda Breath of the Wild doing the shield sliding course or whatever, and some people seem.
I don't know if they knew the challenges the day of, but I know the qualifier challenges you did know before going into it. So
I don't know. So it'd be kind of hard. The second game was the Smash Sandbag, which was, your classic Smash Brothers Sandbag challenge. Oh yeah, there was what's his name was in it? The guy from the Ender's Game movie. That actor. Why can't I think of his damn name?
Harrison
really
Ford.
Stupid name. No, not him.
It's a pretty dumb name, though.
No, Asa Butterfeld. That's it. Apparently, he's like a professional gamer now. So he was a child actor turned professional gamer. He's way into video games, I guess. When he was being interviewed about this movie, he was in that Hugo movie as well. But yeah, he's like
was
way
he
into
the main
video
kid?
games. In Hugo? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because that movie was awesome.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow him. Why not? But he's like way into like video games and stuff. He actually got a decent way through the championship. So, but yeah, the way it worked was like you'd go to the underground and then do a thing. A couple highlights of the underground. One of them was Bird and Bean. Was a game that exists, I guess.
What's Bird and Bean?
It's a Nintendo game that came out for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, you never heard of Bird and Bean, TJ? I thought this would be something you would know all about.
It's probably in my folder. Let me pull it up and see how bad it is.
So Bird and Bean. Oh, Bird and Beans. Sorry. I believe it's available for $2 on the DS. Oh, okay. So maybe Bird and Beans was a... What the fuck was this? DSiWare game. Got it. For the Nintendo DSi. So it was and it's a game where you're a bird and you could shoot your tongue out and you have to catch beans. And if you don't catch the beans, they break the blocks underneath where you're walking around. So you have to like... I don't know. Anyway, nobody had played that game. And so I think that they knew what the challenges were ahead of time because the underground ones were all like stuff you couldn't have possibly prepared for. It was weird shit like that. Including the finale, which was a Mario Party, I think 2 or
Mario
3?
Party 2 Mario Party 2 was in the overground. Was in the overworld.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Mario Party 2. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, they played some, and then again they played Bumper Balls, which is the worst fucking game. People love Bumper Balls, but it's like they were like, well, nobody got knocked off because if you play Bumper Balls, you just stick in the middle and don't try and get knocked off. The Hexagon Panic one's really good though, and that was really fun to watch. And that was actually like, man, I'd watch a competitive. So I guess they got the 100 coming out, the Mario Party 100 coming out. So maybe that'll be something you can do in the future.
Bumper Balls is back in it.
Oh, I'm sure.
We know Bumper Balls is in the top 100.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean,
I actually really liked watching the 2-player mode in Super Mario Deluxe.
Yes,
that was great. I didn't know it had that mode.
I had never seen that before, but yeah, there's for the Super Mario Deluxe game for Game Boy Advance. I guess there was a
Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. You could link two Game Boys together and like record or like attack each other. I guess, and like you'd hit. You both like try and co-op complete a level, but like race each other, and then like if you jump up and like hit a block, it would switch the blocks on the other guy's screen. So like you're just kind of like trying to get in front of each other and go back, and it was really cool. Like just watching how you could like hit the block and screw everybody else, or I don't know. It was really good. That looked cool. And they were like, yeah, nobody ever played this mode, but it's really cool. And I was like, yeah, fuck. So you get to kind of see some stuff like that. But the highlight, of course, was they played some Mario Maker courses, I think, in the finals, and they fucking annihilated them. The people that they had were just... They weren't super difficult courses, to be fair.
It was a course, though. Right?
It was
just one course.
Oh, it was just one giant one, yeah. Wasn't super difficult. But then they played a bunch of Mario Odyssey, which is why I tuned in, because they were going to play a bunch of... And it's just like in the 80s, like the Nintendo World Championships, the highlight was the end, when they showed some new footage of a game that hasn't come out yet. And so they played a boss in Super Mario Odyssey. They played a couple levels. That game looks so awesome. I'm so excited. Like, that's basically where I'm at on that, is I'm just super pumped to be ready to play that. Because it looks good. And it's coming out soon, and I got my pre-order. When is that coming out? Next week.
It's the 27th of October.
Yeah, next week. Well, like basically 2 full weeks from now, but it's Sunday, so.
Yep.
Not this week, but next week. Oh, man.
So, I swear it was just frickin' June, and it's already October.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what the fuck's happening with time anymore. Like, it was just
It appears to move faster as your brain
kids.
slows down. We're all just getting dumber and slower as we age.
Silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon.
When you come home, John, I don't know when. But we'll get together then.
Yeah, man, time flies, huh? Fuck.
Well, it definitely doesn't take the bus.
Ayo! Time flies.
Hey-o.
Take the bus. That's TJ's new fucking catchphrase. Oh, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, Steve. He's yelling at me over here. I'm sorry. I wasn't petting him. Yeah, so I watched that. That was pretty neat. 4 hours long. They didn't really. They had the internal team doing the announcing, and it was okay. It always is funny how like awkward video game companies are at having like events, because it's like that just doesn't feel quite as professional as like a game show would feel or something, and it's not bad per se. I mean, they did a good job. It just it just kind of has that delightful charm, of.
And one of the main hosts was Andrea Renee, formerly of GameStop TV.
Yes, yeah, the people did a good job. It was just kind of funny that it was like, you have these people that are kind of just used to streaming, like having to do like I don't know, like try and like I don't even know what to call it, like like how you had the people in the booth like watching like. I guess esports commentators do this, but like it was just like they kind of know what to say, but kind of don't as well. It was fine though. It was fun to watch. Like it definitely the Mario Brothers co-op from the advanced game was awesome, or like the race. Like I
Competitive,
want to watch that competitively because that looks awesome. Well, maybe we can figure out a way to play that. Is there a way we can play that?
Yes, there is.
We'll figure it out because that looked awesome.
Yep. But it's definitely a lot better than the competitive they had in New Super Mario Bros. For DS.
Mm-hmm.
That just didn't feel as fun.
Yeah, the New Super Mario Brothers competitive or co-op competitive or what was it they called it? Like couch competitive or something like that because it's not like co-op, but it's not really like versus.
Well, in New Super Mario Bros. It was co-op, but or for like Wii for the consoles, but for the handhelds, there is a competitive 2-player mode, which is collecting stars within the level. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the I don't know. Those games were much harder to play with multiple people. was the problem.
The game got too hard with more people.
Yeah, it gets too zany and it's not.
Especially if there's a skill gap.
Yeah.
Like, if there's someone really good and someone not so good.
Yep.
Just stay in your freaking bubble.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Get in your liberal bubble.
The liberal bubble.
Stay in there. We're all living in a bubble. Double bubble. Oh, do you see that the SNES Classic? TJ, how much have you played on it?
A little bit.
I played it a little bit too. I haven't really played a lot on that thing, and I kind of feel bad that I haven't played a lot of it because I was like so crazy in getting it. But
I should stream it.
Yeah, we played
the setup.
We played some Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario World last night, and gods, that game hold up. It's so good.
It's solid. Even the 3 is better.
And 3 is not better. The Super Mario World is the best one, so no question about that one.
Yoshi's Island is definitely strides above.
Would you like to? Okay,
Yoshi's Island is
let's
wonderful. All 3 of those games you mentioned are wonderful.
Let's settle this debate. Let's get our Born in the 80s stance. Super Mario World 3 or 2, Yoshi's Island, is a canon Mario game. Like mainline. Yes or no? You're saying no. It's Super Mario World 2!
No, they added that because they knew it's actually even in my playing with Power Guide. They added the Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island because they didn't think it would stand up on its own by calling it Yoshi's Island by itself.
So we're going Yoshi's Island is not a straight line main canon Mario game.
No, it is a spin-off that became its own series.
Okay. I can get that too because you don't play as Mario. You play as baby Mario, or you play as Yoshi.
You can control Mario in certain segments.
Yes. Also, if you want,
does this mean that Yoshi's just way older than Mario and all the other games?
Yoshi's a species.
Yeah. Also, you punch Yoshi in the head to make him lick eggs.
Yep.
Yeah. Just like riding a horse.
It's really bad. It's animal abuse, and I refuse to play anymore. Whenever I get Yoshis, I let them go free. Matt, what was that?
There's a cat trying to climb on a big pile of books, and he's gonna knock them all over.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. So that game's awesome. That's what I've been playing mostly. I mean, I played some Star Fox just to see it. That game is real hard to play. My favorite part though is the talking. What the little like fox talks like. Beep, 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 beep. They're the funniest like fucking shit. Oh, it's good. Yeah, they all have their own little tones. That game has awesome music though. I'll say that about it. And yeah, they're fun. But the reason why I brought it up was it's been hacked already. You saw that, correct?
Yeah, it took like 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
It's the same internal setup as the NES.
So I'm waiting for the all clear on the SNES Classic hacking to be like guaranteed not bricking your system. Like I want to wait for the version. The
guy at work was telling me he already hacked his and added like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff on it.
Yeah, because I want to add the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I want to add what else do I want to add? I want to add the other Final Fantasy game. I want to add ActRaiser. You know what I mean? Like all the stuff that's missing.
Pilot Wings.
I guess Pilot Wings. I like that one. Okay. What was the big one that's missing though? Oh, Chrono Trigger. Like yeah. Jesus. Like probably the best game. Probably one of the greatest games ever made. Missing. Anyway, so yeah, and apparently you can put anything on there. You can change the cover art and make some gags. Make all the cover arts just like weird Shrek anime or B movie images.
Like pictures
did that.
of
That's pretty
butts.
good. But
In
Yep.
National League news, the Dodgers just beat the Cubs with a walk-off home run.
Dodgers won?
No, that's a sport,
Dodgers
right?
Yes. Sorry, Cubs fans that live with TJ probably. But
they do.
well,
So now
guess
Dodgers
what?
are up 2-0.
They fucking won last year, so they can live with it. they got
I'm sure they
theirs.
can.
So anyway, yeah. So you just like download Hackchi, which is a program, and like you literally like just hook up your SNES Classic to the USB.
Because it comes with a USB to begin with.
Yeah, and then you just flash the ROM, which is just the operating system, and then this just allows you to connect it to Windows like File Manager and just drop ROMs and images in for it to do that. So apparently
It uses the same UI too, doesn't it?
Yeah. So as early as like 2 days ago or 4 days ago, they've released an even newer, more stable version that's even easier to use. So I'm excited to kind of see that and add. Oh, Zombies Ate My Neighbors not on there.
Oh yeah, that's great.
There's a couple. There's a couple classics that are missing. So, but it sounds like they're still kind of hard to get. I actually had in the news section another article from who was it? It was. Oh, maybe not. I thought I had an article in here. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, the some Amazon pre-orders still haven't shipped, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Which is I've said this on the podcast multiple times. I don't trust Amazon anymore for pre-orders. I don't trust them for pre-orders. I don't trust them for. I really honestly don't like buying shit from Amazon anymore because I got counterfeit socks from Amazon at once.
How are socks counterfeit?
Okay. So I wrote a review about my counterfeit socks that was negative.
They were smart wools.
There were multiple other people that had similar complaints. So I bought the Hanes Smart Flex, like IQ, like whatever fucking bullshit name these are, black like crew cut socks, and for work. And I got the big and tall, so the size like 12 to 14. And I had bought some of them at Shopko, and they were great. So comfortable, plenty of room for my feet, even though I'm like a 14, 15, but still fit fine. And like, I was like, these are great. All right, looked up the name, went on Amazon. I was like, oh shit, they're selling these like $10 for like a 6 pair. I was like, that's not bad. And I ordered them, and they're fucking way smaller. They came in the actual package that looked the same, but the material feels different. And they feel smaller. So I honestly think they probably are selling like knockoffs. I mean, they do it with electronics. I don't see why that would be the case. But yeah, I guess people that pre-ordered SNES Classic are getting emails asking, hey, do you still want this or not? Sorry about the delay in your order. Do you want to view or cancel order, or say you still want this item? And we'll email you as soon as we have a delivery date. Which is fucking hilarious that they still haven't shipped these when they fucking went around on their fucking treasure trucks the day of and sold them without pre-orders. Like, they had copies. Like, you got to cover your fucking pre-orders first. What the fuck are they doing? That's just insane. Like, anyways, yeah, the treasure truck had plenty of them on the day of launch, but yeah, people worked at Polygon, the website this news article's on. Was like, yeah, we got ours. So the treasure truck was going around, and we just came out and each bought one, and that was that. Didn't have to pre-order. It's like, wow, that's great. Yeah, so it's still kind of bullshit. What's the let's check the price tracker.
Yeah, please.
You want to? All
I'm
right.
sure it's been up and down. Were you checking?
I'm gonna go Amazon.
All right, I'll go eBay. I'll look for recently purchased.
All right, Amazon. Let's okay, so 664. Yeah, used and new. Wow. 664 people are scalping these, I guess, or maybe yeah, people are scalping them. There might be more because some may have multiple units. A lot of stores that are just launched. Let's switch it to not like new. Let's switch it to new condition only, unopened. And let's look at a guy who has 42 total ratings, 86% positive. Okay, I'd buy from this guy. $146, $4 shipping. Way cheaper than the the NES Classic was. So we're talking 150 around there.
Okay, so
A little
eBay,
less than double.
so eBay's ending soonest. There is a auction starting at 170 with 7 seconds left. No bids. There is box only for $20 with 5 bids. Just the box, no system. Looks like 127 with 6 bids, but then no one bidded on the 130. I got 1 bid on the 120 with free shipping. We've got nothing for the 160s. People are lucky to get looks like people are lucky to be selling them for 120 right now, 120, 130.
Yeah.
So you're only getting $40 profit, and then people are even trying to sell these like the wireless controllers with it, and it's not helping anyone.
No. Oh, did I tell you about how I wanted to fix my controller length problem?
Yeah, just get the extend link cables.
Yeah, so I got an email asking if I was having issues with my length, and they had a link for me to click. No, so the cables are a little short on this. So
I just realized
I didn't want to buy extender cables, TJ, because I'm not buying fucking cables that can only be used for this. That seems ridiculous. What I wanted to do,
I'll use one on Wii too.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm never going to do that. So I'm not just going to buy $10 worth of cables that I'm only going to use for that. So, of course, this would have been easier if I would have done it that way. But what I did was I went on Amazon and bought a 12-foot HDMI cord. So I could do that. Yeah, and then I realized that the power cord that comes with it is USB and extremely short.
Yep.
It's like 4 feet or something. So it actually is going to work. But so what I need to do now is get a just a like 12-foot HD or USB mini cord, and that will work fine. So, but that way, when I'm done playing the SNES Classic, I have 2 cables that I actually can use for other stuff. So that was my idea. I was like, I don't want to buy this just for this. But it's going to, of course, cost more than just buying the extension cables.
There's one here that's SNES Classic Edition mini console. It says make offer.
Yep.
It says buy it now at $200 or make offer.
Yep.
There's 4 watching. I want to make an offer of $12.
So let's look at NES Classic new from Toyplicity LLC, which is a company that is just basically scalping as a business, is selling one for $234 with free shipping. So that's where we're at. 235 around. Still up there. I mean, that's the constraint that Nintendo had. You know, like clearly they shipped a lot more SNES Classics. I wonder if the demand was as high. I feel like there was less like fucking furor around this than there was for the NES Classic. Is that your experience, TJ?
A little bit. I mean, there's been more quantity. We've already had a restock once.
Yeah.
So, and I had to deal with that. That was a rough day, but still, between the 24
how many did you get in the restock?
12 more.
Oh wow! Okay,
12
not bad.
Units. So between
not like 3.
Exactly. Between the 24 we had plus the 12, that's 36 already. That's more than double what we had for NES Classics the entire life of the system.
And we're like what, 2-3 weeks in to selling this thing, so that seems like way better.
Yeah. So yeah, I just threw a or best offer to this person trying to scalp.
Oh, nice.
For $200. I'm like $12.
Nice.
He's also offering free shipping, so I'm glad.
Yeah, it's just kind of like fucking. The scalping kind of bothers me. I mean, I understand people want to make a buck. I'm glad that the SNES Classic is like, yeah, you can scalp this, but it's not as worth it. Like the fucking NES Classics were like, hey, you can quadruple your profits. Like, you can get 3 times what you paid for this, like easily. 4 times what you paid for this easily.
But if I could troll SNES Classic people, I'm going to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the same people that lined up with me at midnight and were like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get like 4 of these." And like, it's like, come on, man. Like, people want to fucking play this shit. Collector people suck. Like, because they're just trying to make a business out of like a toy. I just want to play. Like, one thing I like would bring up is there's an episode of The Office where Dwight has purchased a bunch of like princess dancer dolls or something. It's like the hot
Princess
toy
Unicorn.
Thing. And Princess Unicorn. And like all these dads are like coming up and being like, "Oh,
my
you got that?"
will
Like my kid wants
pierce
it.
the sky.
Yeah, we don't have any. And Dwight's like, "Ha, losers." And it's like, yeah, that's Dwight, the guy everybody hates and thinks is an asshole. You're that guy. Like it was a funny joke, but like that's I don't know. It's just kind of a thing that you're like exploiting other people. Like I think it's kind of gross.
I got bot declined in a second.
I know another guy. I know a guy who is on like a video game like show, and he got one, and then he was like, "Man, I really wish I wouldn't have bought this because I'm never gonna use it." And he sold it, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me, you fucking asshole! You're scalping." He was like, he sold it at cost, I guess, to a viewer that watches. Like, so that was pretty cool. I was like, that's good at least. You didn't like scalp that. You just gave it to someone else who probably ended up scalping it. But whatever. I want to get the NES Classic though too, because that's cool. It's a cool little thing. It's really fun. I want to play more. I kind of want to just pick a game and an RPG and play it. Like I never have finished 6. I've gotten like 20 or 30 hours into Final Fantasy 6, and I never finished it. And I love that game. So I need to just do it. Let's just do it. I got a fucking console that saves my progress. Let's do it. Anyway,
do we need to race it? Will that force us to actually beat the game?
Yeah, like fuck, that'd be kind of cool actually. Not that game though. That game's kind of long. I feel like that'd be a long race, and I want to like experience it as like fun and not like trying to rush through it.
Fair enough.
Let me think. Matt, did you do anything else this week?
No, but I did just find out bootleg Star Fox 2 SNES cartridges are for sale.
Yes, people dumped the ROM off of the SNES Classic and printed carts.
That's awesome. Yeah, they made like the label and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
What about cider, Matt?
I made some cider, and by that I mean I put some cider in a thing with some yeast, and the yeast made hard cider.
Oh, nice.
And it turned out, I just finished the last bottle, and it turned out pretty okay. It didn't make me go blind. And I'm encouraged to try some more. I
always thought it'd be really cool to do some of that.
Yeah, if anyone wants to try hard cider, it's stupid easy to make. You just need cider that isn't like preserved at all. And some yeast that is only like $1 at a brew shop, and a container with a one-way valve that lets air out but not in, and that's basically it.
My brother got me one of those for my birthday a few years ago. It was the thing that you use. It was just like to make like grape juice into wine.
Oh,
it's just
nice.
like a little thing you put on top of the bottle, and like a packet of yeast. You just throw it in there, shake it up, and let it sit at room temp or in the fridge. I don't remember, for like X amount of days, and then it's you got wine.
I kind of want to make like a Pruno, like prison wine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awful, but I want to make it to see what it tastes like. I have a recipe: 10 peeled oranges cut into wedges, 10 browned soft apples cut into wedges, a cup of sugar, and a yeast packet, warm water, and a fruit cocktail, and a packet of raisins. And I guess you just take all that and you mash it into a bag, and you're supposed to make it in like gallon Ziplocs. You just mash it in a bag and let it like sit in a closet for a week. And I'm sure it's just awful.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You have to not.
I want to see what prison wine tastes like.
To get the full experience, Matt, you gotta like hide that above like the drop ceiling. Like get that up somewhere, like where it's like hidden.
Oh no,
and
the tank of the toilet.
Yeah. And just tape it to the toilet tank. Yeah,
I'd be interesting to see what that's heroin?
Like too. Oh well, you'll have to find a new spot. Oh, actually, you want to hide the heroin? Unscrew the power outlets face, pull it off, and then stick it in that little box, and then screw the power outlet face back on. It's a good spot for it.
Oh, okay. Well,
top tip.
Where do I put
John's top heroin tip.
Oh, you know what? I'll just hide my meth in my bag of rock candy.
Good idea. Yes, no one will ever know. You guys want to hack the menu?
Yeah, all day long.
Yes, I've got a thing. I've been waiting.
Yep.
Well then, it's hacking time.
All right, John, let's hack the menu.
Did you make that synth part?
I stole it from Kung Fury.
Okay.
The YouTube.
Darn,
program.
I want to hear Matt's synth music though, because I'm still waiting to synth. So you gotta make that for me.
I've been experimenting
anyway,
a lot with synths. It's a lot of fun.
Good. Yeah, I love the sound. All right, so I got an article here about McDonald's is reissuing Szechuan sauce after Rick and Morty fans were left disappointed. TJ, you thought your retail experience was bad. Just imagine the people working at the McDonald's with this.
I definitely sympathize.
Yeah,
I definitely sympathize.
Yeah, so there were a couple big McDonald's locations. I think the one in Madison had 20 packets, and I'm sure 60 or 70 people more plus lined up. You know,
That's
and
ridiculous.
it's just so stupid. What did they think was going to happen? And there's videos of awful people mistreating McDonald's employees and people freaking out about this shit. And it's dude, it's fucking meme. This meme sauce. You're freaking out over meme sauce. It was a funny meme, a fun joke. And the funny part is that did you see the person who fucking sold their car for a packet?
I did see that. I couldn't bring myself to actually read the article, but I saw the headline.
Yeah, they had a 2005 VW Golf hatchback. I'm sure it was probably a car that they had paid off completely and is just yeah, it's just what I drive. It's probably gonna fall apart someday. I don't give a shit. And they gave their car away for a packet of the Szechuan sauce. That's the most insane shit I've ever heard of. This is why the world's ending. This is why we're in the situation we're in right now. So yeah, there were people waiting for hours for the sauce. What the fuck? I'm sure it's not even that good. It's fucking McDonald's
it's basically
sauce.
Vaguely Asian tasting ketchup. It's not good.
Yeah, so but McDonald's said that they were truly humbled by the amazing curiosity, passion, and energy of this community to welcome back Szechuan sauce, even if for just one day. Thank you a million times over. Between the costumes, memes, I love this. McDonald's fucking statement right here. Official McDonald's statement. Between the costumes, the memes, and the cross-state travel, you, the fans, showed us that what you got in our super limited batch. Well, the well-intentioned wasn't nearly enough to meet the demand. So they're going to put it out in the winter this year, and it's going to be not one day only, but I bet a full run of a limited sauce. Sometimes they'll do a limited run sauce, you know, and just have it for a month. They're going to probably just do that with the Szechuan sauce. Make a big run of it. And so the person who sold their car could have waited 3 months.
Yeah, it's just I could tell you exactly what happened. Is the marketing department thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
They came up with all the that really awesome delivery that was posted around that they sent to the Rick and Morty guys, and they were able to get approval to relaunch the Szechuan sauce, but they were only given an extremely limited budget by old cranky dudes that don't understand Rick and Morty, and I have a feeling this was just like the marketing team coming up against like the finances people and them just not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah. So we had someone in the chat asking what's in it, the sauce. So Binging with Babish, which is a really good YouTube like cooking show where he just like cooks stuff that's in like movies and TV shows, like stuff that people like make in them. He tries to tries to recreate the recipes based on what he's seen, and then like tweak them. So he actually has 2 episodes about the Szechuan sauce, because he does one where he gets a recipe from some like chef guy who said he thinks this is pretty close to what it is, and then he makes like a fancier version. It's basically like a hoisin like plum. Like spicy plum sauce. It's just like your traditional like sweet and spicy like Asian style sauce, like Matt said, like spicy Asian ketchup.
Is it like
someone said McDonald's probably made this as simple as they could. So they had barbecue sauce, they had sweet and sour sauce, they probably just combined those 2 to make this. And so in a later episode, more recent, Binging with Babish guy got actually someone who received one of the contest bottles, and it had the ingredients list on it, and he had that ingredients list like or was tweeted out or something, and so he recreated it in his kitchen, so you can kind of follow it and make it yourself. And it involves a couple weird like food ingredients that you don't typically use, like emulsifiers and stuff, but you can find them, or analogs or things that are pretty close, like cornstarch or something to thicken instead of like whatever like thickening gum they use. It's pretty much the same thing. So you can make a pretty reasonable facsimile, and he said, yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm excited to try it when they have it. I love me some nugs. So, but I'm not going to fucking sell a car for it. Jesus Christ.
Those dank nugs.
Yeah. Oh, fucking. I almost got nugs today. Oh. That's what Adam's doing though. Heyo. Getting them dang nugs.
Interested in a different kind of nug.
Yeah.
Boneless wings are just nuggets.
Whoa.
Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
I want to talk about what TJ just said for about a half hour, because he blew my mind.
Boneless wings are just nuggets.
That's true. When you think about it. Fuck, I love me some boneless wings though. They're so easy to eat. They suck.
I mean, they're a bit better. They're chicken breast pieces.
Yeah.
Sometimes, whatever, but
I like wings too. Like I like me some good wings, but yeah, like the ease of dipping and in eating the boneless is hard sometimes.
You guys remember the boneless meme?
Yes.
No.
Boneless everything.
Boneless.
Yeah.
I want that pizza boneless.
Boneless
Yep.
podcast.
Well, we got a nice cat. Whose cat was this?
I don't know. Could have been my cat. Could have been your cat. Could have been TJ's cat.
It wasn't my cat, because that's all I got for cat.
Meow.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I talk about the most amazing invention that I got, and it's super exciting to me and only me and no one else?
Yeah.
I bought a water pick.
Yeah,
which is a
I had one of these when I was
tiny
a
super
kid.
soaker that cleans your teeth out.
That sounds really cool.
My dentist has
so
a water
cool.
pick, and
My
they use
teeth
it to clean my
are
teeth.
like cleaner than they've ever been.
Yeah,
And I use it to drink like. So here's what I'll do. I'll brush my teeth.
Wait a minute. Are you just like putting cider in that and just
No, a
mainlining
water
it?
pick.
The water pick.
So I'm nice and clean,
Shooting it in
and
the
then
back.
I gotta sanitize. So I'll chug a bunch of beer to sanitize the gums, and I think that's how dentistry works.
Matt, what's your cat name? The chat wants to know. The one that was by the guitar.
The one that was by the guitar was probably Finn. He's the one that he likes to sit up on top of this amp, which I thought was really adorable until I realized that his fat gut was turning all the dials and screwing up my settings. He's not allowed up there anymore.
Aw, cats will do that. Okay, let's move on to our game.
What the fuck are you assholes doing?
You guys okay with the game?
Yeah, let's do the game. Let's game it up.
Do you have your stuff up and ready, or can I talk about something I ate recently?
Why don't you talk about
Talk
something
about
you
what
ate
you ate.
recently while
Get
I
that
find
paper
the
and talk about
document?
what you
Because
ate.
I've made a
That
super
was awfully
secret
easy
document
for Sheezy.
of which you guys do not have access to keep the answers away from you.
Yep.
So, let me open that up.
So someone I know very closely, who is
Yep.
myself, has been stopping.
But do
at
you
Taco
really
Bell
know
recently.
yourself?
No, I don't know myself. There's a new box there, and one of the things in the box is they took those what's the chicken triangle? The chicken triangles called? What are they called?
Oh, are you talking
the
about the
naked chicken chips?
The chick
The naked
star?
chicken chips.
Oh,
The naked chicken, like
No, it's-
nachos or whatever?
Yes, but they put them in a quesadilla now.
yes,
The
like
fuck?
a-
The naked chicken chips in a quesadilla,
with cheese.
I know what I'm getting for
cheese
dinner
and the-
tomorrow.
and the spicy quesadilla sauce.
Yes.
And they do have a box that comes with that, the Doritos Locos, and the hard shell taco. The problem is I want to eat the quesadilla first, but then my hard shell tacos get a little soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta eat
Tough.
those hard shells quick.
No, you got to go in order. You eat the hard shell taco first because it's the least exciting. Then if you got a Doritos Loco taco in there, you eat that next, and then you eat the main event after that. You have to ramp up the excitement. Otherwise, it's all just a letdown.
It is. It definitely is. I'm going to respond to someone liking my PS4 shirt. This is something I got for the launch of the system because I was working at GameStop at the time. I still am at GameStop.
Yeah, but this is evergreen
but yeah.
content. You might not be working at GameStop in the future when people are listening
true.
to this.
Exactly. Right now, my PS4 is technically still my number 3 system, going Switch, Xbox One, PS4, but I'm playing mostly PS4 because of weird exclusive Japanese weird games. Weird stuff.
Yeah.
And Destiny with John.
Yes. Can we talk about the game that we're going to play now?
Yes.
Yes.
let's talk
For those
about
of
the
you who've
game
never
we're playing.
heard this game that we invented in the last episode,
Yeah,
Rotten Toma-
if you haven't tuned into all of the episodes where we've played this, there was only one.
yes, the episode that was put out yesterday afternoon, so
Yeah.
like you may have not had time to hear about this yet.
So
but,
here's the theme song for that game.
I got a bad
Oh, you don't
feeling
have
about this.
That was it?
It's-
Oh, you got a
yeah,
bad
it was-
feeling about
it was
this?
Han Solo saying,
Yeah, good one.
I got this.
All right, thank you. Oh, that's fucking tight. I love it. Get that paper. All right, this is called Five Favorites. Five Faves, we're just going to call it, because we're stealing a Rotten Tomatoes article where they have celebrities and they interview them and ask them what their 5 favorite movies are. And I'm going to list the movies and read the descriptions, or at least parts of the descriptions that don't give away who the person is, or try to not do that. Unlike last time, I fucked that up on one of them, but I'll try not to do that. And they have to guess who this person is, and I can give some hints as well,
Okay.
to make it a little easier. So,
All right.
like
Let's do this.
this is a man who has starred in comedy movies, mainly known
Okay.
as a comedy actor. All right. Number 1, The Big Lebowski, 1998. The Big Lebowski, 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, because Rotten Tomatoes is worthless. Or at least the percentage number is worthless in telling you whether or not a movie is good.
Especially for
Yeah.
movies that came out before Rotten Tomatoes was a thing.
Yeah, it's true, because like reviews are
Yeah.
different. And obviously amazing. It's hilarious. I can watch it over and over. Unbelievably funny. This is great because this list is like merging into my list. So, because I have The Big Lebowski on my list. Ghostbusters also was on my list, and I think I bumped it for something else. But Ghostbusters 1984, 93% on the tomato meter. He says, I liked there was a good old high concept fun. My co-writer, who I'm not going to name, and I always like to take ridiculous situations and handle them as though they were real.
Seth Rogen.
Let's get through the rest of these before guesses happen. The Last Detail, 1974, tomato meter 91%. Hal Ashby, I guess, is the guy who shot this. It stars Jack Nicklaus. I've never seen Jack Nicholson, not Jack Nicklaus, the fucking golfer.
The professional golfer.
Yeah. I don't know. He said he likes the style. Total Recall, 1990, 79% on the tomato meter. Total Recall is just fucking rad and super violent. That movie is a good indicator that you can take things much farther than you think you could. So, and then his fifth movie is what all college kids put on their movie thing is Goodfellas, 1990, 96% tomato meter.
No, that
I
wouldn't
just
be
love
on
this
mine.
movie. It's a rad movie. It's beautiful. Hey, Goodfellas is probably my favorite of the that genre of movies. The mobsters with De Niro and stuff. That one. All right, guesses. TJ, what's your guess?
So, I'm going to assume this gentleman is still alive.
Yes.
So, I don't know. That kind of comedic male actor.
Yep. Not many of them.
Oh, there are, but it's just like significant ones.
Yeah.
Let me just go with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Just because.
Okay. And Matt, was your guess?
Tell TJ if he's right or wrong first.
TJ, you're not correct. Matt, what's your guess? Oh. Ouch.
Comedic male actor with a co-writer.
Yeah.
It's Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen is the correct answer. Yes.
Okay.
I was going to give a hint that people have said that my voice is a little bit close to his. I have a similar laugh, someone told me.
No, it was
not
really
like-
the
not spot
co-writer
on,
thing, because
But
I can't,
Yeah.
he's always co-writing, co-producing,
yeah,
etc.
that's true. He works with Evan Goldberg, his co-creator of Superbad, and they were... this was actually an interview promoting Zack and Miri Make a Porno, but he was talking about like creating Superbad.
How
and stuff
was that
in the interview.
movie?
It's
I haven't
okay.
heard anything about it ever.
It's got some really funny parts, and Seth Rogen's really funny in it. It isn't perfect. It's good. It's watchable. I'd watch it if you like those kind of movies and you like Kevin Smith's style. Okay, so I don't know how the audience did, but that's the way the game works.
Here, let me keep track. Matt 1, TJ 0. Let's go ahead and leave that column the way it is, because that's not going to change.
Here's some engagement for you. The problem is here's the problem that I have with the way that Twitch is working for me is that I have one monitor, so when I go to Rotten Tomatoes to look and read these things, I can't see what people are saying in the chat. I need to get two fucking monitors.
It's also you're the one in charge of keeping the show on rails, and TJ and I can just fuck around.
Yeah, that's right. You're in the fucking... All right, so this is fun. We're in Spooktember. This is the second one, the last one we're going to do today.
Okay.
So if you want to keep a running tally from now on after the first episode, these are the official scores. Matt 1, TJ 0. All right.
I'm not
This
gonna win
is a spooky movie guy. He's in horror movies.
Spooky movie guy.
Yep. He's an actor who's been in horror movies. Other stuff too, but it's October. He's been in horror movies. Some famous ones. And they asked what his 5 favorite horror movies are. So we're going to go through 5 favorite horror movies for this actor. He's a man. He's still alive. There's your hints.
Okay.
Night of the Living Dead, 1968. 96%. Man, who would have thought putting that one on there? Granddaddy of them all. Landmark achievement in technical innovation, social awareness, and sheer terror. The handheld look so many filmmakers use today was very new in the 60s when visual styles were very locked down. It was my first experience watching someone get disemboweled, and you don't really forget that ever. The number 2 here is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974, 88% on the old Rotten Tomatoes. The opening scene was almost enough to make me not want to watch the rest of the movie. Images of illegally exhumed corpses, grotesquely draped over their own tombstones, set the tone for this classic. What I really like about this movie in particular is its relentlessness. Once the horse starts, it never lets up. And that's something we kept in mind when blank we made our movie, with the movie he was in. So, all right, let's go to 1973, The Exorcist, 86%. This flick is great. I want to mention this list is fucking tight, by the way. This is like all me as well here. Director William Friedkin cast strong actors giving entirely credible performances. Linda Blair is a revelation. What's cool is how the characters in this flick treat possession like it's a clinical disorder. The cherry on the cake was the groundbreaking special effects makeup by Master Dick Smith. All right, here's another great one.
Dick Smith.
Yeah, Dick Smith.
Sorry,
he's a man who blacksmiths penises. Dick Smith. Richard Smith. Hey man, before they had rubber, what do you think they had back in the day? For their implements. Yeah. The Sixth Sense, 1999, 85%. This movie proves that horror can also be cerebral. You know a film is good if it messes with your mind. And this one does a great job of it. It's virtually bloodless, which is unique in horror. And with a twist ending, for me, it's easily top 5. All right? And this is a movie I haven't seen. And I probably will never watch. But it's on here. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, 1948, 88%. An early example of combining horror and comedy, which is a delicate balance. This is a fun, silly romp. Who says you can't do slapstick with a monster? This movie is also an interesting example of early cross-pollination, where a studio takes two popular movie personalities and puts them together. You know, they were like, we got the Abbott Costello franchise, we got the Frankenstein franchise. Let's make a crossover. You know? And they fucking 1948 they were doing that shit. So I'm going to give TJ first dibs since Matt already scored a point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know horror actors. Ugh. Damn it.
Just to give TJ some help, I'll give him another hint. This, you know what? Maybe not another hint, but I will say the date that this article is from, so you know maybe they're in something recently, or you know what I mean? Like they would be interviewing them for a reason. This was October 3rd, 2017, so
This
fairly
was like
recently.
2 weeks
This
ago.
month. Yep.
This is probably from a horror movie recently, and I'm not even paying attention to any of that at all.
Yeah, not necessarily movie, but like is in stuff still. You know what I mean? Like because they interview TV personalities as well. Like Game of Thrones actors and stuff get interviews all the time.
You think that helps me?
All right, TJ, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Give me a guess.
Well, just
throw a name out.
I don't know, Peter Dinklage.
No, we did him last week, I think. So
Probably.
All right, Matt.
I'm disqualifying myself because I actually saw this list last week.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
Bruce Campbell.
It is Bruce Campbell. I should probably not pick the ones that are more recent because I guess we were looking at this a little while ago. But
that's the only one I remember seeing last week. So you're
Bruce
probably
Campbell,
good.
of course, not in the movie, but in the Starz television series Ash vs. Evil Dead, which I think just wrapped its second season.
They did a TV series? And he's
Yes,
in it?
yes,
Cool.
and I've heard it's awesome. People love that. Lance is a huge
Have you guys
fan.
seen Briscoe County Jr.?
No, what's that?
It's I think it only lasted one season. It's like Wild Wild West style Texas television show that Bruce Campbell starred in. That's like I think it must have been the first thing I saw him in because I always associate him with that movie or with that TV series, and it really did not last very long.
Yeah, it's one season. I love Bruce Campbell. What an awesome guy. He's not in a lot, you know?
Yeah.
He very selective in what he does. Like he talked specifically in an interview, I think even in this, he mentioned they had the movie company, I forget who owns the rights to Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, but they want to do like a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. From So I like, how awesome would that movie be? And like he was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, oh my god, this would be perfect. You know, like have, you know, Ash fight these two like horror movie like icons and that. And they're like, okay, sure, but you can't kill them and all these other rules that they had. And he was like, all right, well, we're not doing it. So like, and he was like, that had been rumored for a while we were going to do it. And they said, we're not going to let you have any creative control over it. And he said, then we're not going to make the movie, you know? So it's kind of like those things. It's like, you know, they got their Army of Darkness, like whole movie kind of thing. And they want to have creative control over it, which I respect. Like, so that's how that fell apart. So you can blame Universal or whoever the fuck owns the rights to those for not letting them have fun with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we have anything else before we end though? Because we
I
don't
can't
got
think of anything offhand.
Let me go through the
I'm just
old
playing weird
notes.
stuff. So
Yeah, I'll probably play some more of the Arma 3 campaign. I had mentioned that. I think a couple weeks ago. I was like, you know what? I bought this game and I never played the campaign, and I realized Arma 3, for those who don't know, is just like a super realism-based like shooter. Like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is kind of based off of. Well, the guy who created that originally created like an Arma mod that was about that. So I played like 66 hours of Arma 3, but I never played the campaign because when it came out, it was kind of early access and the campaign didn't exist. And I played multiplayer with some friends when it first came out, like 2013, and now the full campaign is in there, and it's pretty good. I'm a huge fan. It's like a fake conflict in like some like not Middle Eastern, but like Greece, like an island off of like Greece, where there's like this, you know, just like this Mediterranean like rebel group fighting with the government, and you're part of the UN task force sent in to like oversee it, and let's just say like shit hits the fan and you're kind of caught in the middle of it, and oh, it's good. It's good. But well, I'll play a little bit more. I got through the tutorial and the first couple missions, and it's good. That's it. Was there anything else? Did you guys have anything else?
Paramount owns Friday the 13th.
What'd you say? Oh, it was Friday the 13th this week. Did anyone die?
I did.
I died.
I just died. I got better. Tonight. Oh, okay.
I just died in your arms tonight.
I don't want to do it together because I know it always is off.
Must have been something you said.
Yeah, I need to get 2 screens.
Yeah, get 2 of them.
I apologize.
We lost a viewer because you only have 1 screen, John.
I don't think that's why we lost a viewer.
No, I think he was just having fun.
2 screens.
Yeah.
And technically I'm running 3 because I do this on the phone.
Yeah. So
tonight I decided that I need to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I haven't seen it yet.
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, it's real good. Like, highly recommend. Like, Tobe Hooper just passed away as well. Like what he says about it, like he actually specifically says, and now that I can talk about it because I didn't want to give it away, but you know, he said that relentless feeling is something I wanted to go for with the first Evil Dead movie. And I would say the movie that it most closely resembles is that first Evil Dead movie, because it's just like, hey, these people show up out in the woods and it is just relentless, horrible violence, and they can't escape, and it's like, it's good. It's a classic. Like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, real good. Have to see.
Let's see, where's it streaming?
Other than that, I was going to go see The Exorcist at the Marcus this Friday, and I had to cancel my tickets because I'm going to go see Lauren's show that she's in on that night, so dang it. Because Marcus is doing a, every Friday night at 10 p.m., and I think Saturday nights as well. They're doing
and
like
this Friday the 13th, they played The Exorcist?
Nope, Friday the 13th was Nightmare on Elm Street, was the movie they played.
Okay.
So, you know,
that makes
of course.
sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Exorcist is next week, and so, yeah. Oh, anyway, maybe I'll see that. I saw The Shining last weekend, which was awesome to see in theaters. So
I saw Halloween when they did this last year.
Yeah,
That
they
was
have Halloween
sweet.
at the end of the month. I've never seen Halloween, so maybe I'll go to that one.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's
Huge
slow.
on horror movies in general.
That's Carpenter, right? John Carpenter?
Yeah, Halloween is Carpenter. Yeah,
Yeah, I love Carpenter, so I should probably see that one, even if it's not.
and
like,
it's it's
amazing.
vintage Carpenter, so the pacing is just like you can take a nap between significant
Yeah.
events.
Oh yeah, like in Blade Runner, right?
Yeah. No,
what
that you have
people
to stay
say.
focused on all of the pretty things on the screen.
That's true. All right, so I think it's going to do it for this week. I'm John_Danger on Twitter. You can find me there. Website is also borninthE80s.net. There will be an episode of Saturday Night Bite that I recorded with Lance. I wonder if I can tant any of the topics we talked about. Oh, we go through the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations list for 2017. Kind of try and pick 5, and then boy, is it a rough list. There's some heavy hitters on there, and there's some like, really? I think I know one song they did that's in like commercials, and that's it. So the Hall of Fame, not a top tier Hall of Fame. Pretty easy to get in that one. All right, that's me.
Apparently, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is streaming everywhere, but I can't find the first one anywhere.
I thought the first one was on something. I think it might be on Amazon.
All right, I'll check that out. Anyways, if you want to get in touch with me, I tweet under the name Real Donald Trump. That's RealDonaldTrump. So just tweet at me with any of your suggestions to where I can watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Matt, where are you really?
I'm at Matt Haig Music everywhere. MattHaagmusic. And TJ, where can people find you?
You can find me under your bed.
Oh,
Now.
no.
Oh,
But-
no. So, no, you can find
My
me on the
bed's not
internet.
in a frame, so
Um,
it's just kind of like a box spring laying on the floor with a mattress on top of that, so I don't know if you'll fit.
I dug a hole.
Oh, okay. The downstairs neighbors are going to be real upset about that.
It's fine. I patched it up. So yeah, you can find me on the internet, mostly on Twitter. That's at May of May 84, because I want to apparently tell you how old I am on Twitter. But you can find me anywhere else on the internet. That's just May of May, especially on Twitch, which I did finally start streaming again for the first time in forever. So I'm gonna probably try and continue that pattern and get back to streaming at least once a week. But then you can also join us for conversation, chat, and a lot of nothing by joining our Discord channel. You can join it from our link in the
Oh yes, Discord.
from the website at borninthE80s.net. Find me over there. I'm also in a million servers. By a million, I mean about 16.
And good news, everyone. I found the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 40th Anniversary Edition on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, can I
Nice.
mention the website justwatch.com?
That's where I was
Yeah, you-
searching, but the original wasn't showing up in the search at all.
Yeah, you just have to like say show all results, and then it was like, because apparently, let's go through this. We've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning 2006, Leatherface: Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 1990, Texas Chainsaw 3D 2013, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation 1994, and then finally the last one is just the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, what the fuck? Like, god damn it. Anyway,
Oh, there's an Ed
should watch
Gein
that.
movie, too.
yeah.
Learn
Anyway,
about our state brethren.
yeah, Wisconsin proud. WI strong. We're done, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Bye, everybody.
Whatever.
Bye.